Early morning. Aaron's a sprint week, so I wound up coming home from practice yesterday. We went to Tomatillo. We ate. I was sort of so I got on the bus because I was there a little bit. I socialized afterwards, so I wasn't doing the same. And then I feel like I said something awkward, and so I did my whole exit stage left. But I hung around just long enough of oh, I gotta go. And I walked off and everyone cordially said, goodbye, bye. Tatonda sort of thing, and I just walked out, and the camera was already in the backpack. I didn't want to do anything. I was overheated. Usually I try to make the videos a bit longer, but anyways. So I get on the bus and I go back to the train, and I wound up actually getting on time, even though I left a little bit later because I wound up the Sprinter was, anyways, neither here nor there. I almost passed out on the Sprinter because we were at Vase for so long, waiting for two intercities to blow past us. Anyway, and then I wound up getting to the thing, and we wound up getting to Tomatillo actually earlier than I was expecting because I was technically on time because I didn't have to wait. So today is going to be a try to stay the hell out of the sun day. I bought just been exposed myself to too much sun. I'm not sure what's going on. I think the overall has made me a bit more sensitive to the sun, or I'm just getting old. Kind of see that weird wrinkle. I want to make a face. All those wrinkles. Saw something on a post, and I shared it to my story from Knorr, a jersey uniform manufacturer here in Europe, Knoar. And I was talking about the whole success thing. You can do anything as long as you have the passion, the drive, the focus, and the support. And I wanted to be thing at the bottom because I was talking to it's Knoa, K-N-O-A-H teamwear. Anyways, if you ever see a German team and they have a giant K on their uniform, that's them. Anyways. And so I said, anything? I still do have hope. But I wanted to say about that very last part, about the support. And I've been talking with someone about things, and it's the price. Hang on, guys, let me sort my thoughts.
A few moments later.
So I've gathered my thoughts, and what this is yesterday I got something on Mikael. The whole thing about support is that I got film for Mikael, and a couple other times I have too. I have gotten it for him or other, if they jump up, catch the ball in traffic and still squirrel their way out. Slot receivers do that. They love it. And I'm like, okay, and I send that little bit of film. And sometimes I have to scale it down because anyways. And I send it over WhatsApp or Instagram or something. Sometimes I have to transfer it all the way to the phone for some things. But everybody has their own thing. We're all unique. We're all special. That's why there are 26 million fucking social media apps, because everyone has the one they want to use. But anyways, so I do that. And every time I film out of practice, aside from last Thursday, I am not doing anything at practice. The only thing on last Thursday is the fact that I snuck over to get a glass of water, set up the camera real quick. I wasn't even sure I aimed it correctly, and turns out I didn't. And what you guys saw was actually some image manipulation to zoom in, because I couldn't zoom in the camera after the fact. I had to enlarge the image. So that's why it looked a little pixelated. But that's it. That's what I got. Part of the whole chest mount thing was trying to see what I do at practice or how I could function, and that was trash footage for my learning purposes. But showing a footballer's life, especially a middle linebacker against a sled, that was great footage. But it doesn't show me much of anything. So setting up the camera constantly as we move from drill to drill and just leave it recording for, you know, for possibly 10 minutes at a time, it's frustrating. That's what kind of sucks. But I don't really expect it, because they don't do that sort of thing. They don't have a filming lifestyle. But that's the thing, is I don't get that at my practices. I go practice after practice after practice after practice, and I get nothing. And it feels weird. So anyways, back to the thing. That's kind of about the whole support. Many years ago, it was a struggle to get Aaron to record things at practice, or take pictures, or do something, or be that perfect girlfriend that's a good supporter. And that's what I was talking with Malcolm about on Instagram Direct. I was like, dude, you want a girlfriend that helps you support? It's gonna be hard. Most of the time, for many times, I have to like clue in Aaron. I'm just like, I look over and like, he definitely gives off the general vibes that he doesn't want to be there. He's not engaged in the moment, you know. Like, I remember one time we had an injury timeout, and I thought, hey, this would actually be pretty good for not showing off on the vlogs, but for a music video, when there's the sad times about like a fallen soldier or something in the lyrics, I could use that footage. But he doesn't film it. If there's an injury timeout and it's more than like 10 minutes or something, and we gotta wait for something, he puts the camera down, he puts it in his pocket, and he starts reading. You know, and we've talked about this one, and I don't need to have it in the comments, but you guys kind of see where this thing comes from. It's not so much on that Kanoa post that anything is possible. I'm like, anything? Well, I still do have hope. I feel that I don't have support, because the internet is a thing, and I don't diminish what you guys do, whether it be financially or views or comments, which turns into financially, but we're talking about Patreon supporters here. Or you come to the live streams and keep me activated. I do not diminish that one. But there's like 5 of you, and you're all online. I even told Malcolm that like a while back, my mom came to a game once, and it was a 5-minute drive from her house. And to be fair, it was a little bit heart-touching that I wasn't on the field. Why did she come all the way to this game? You know, she wound up getting like the halftime picture with me and my gear, and that picture's somewhere buried in my computer or stuff, and I can, if it's not here, whatever. And then after halftime, she's like, oh, well, this game's taking too long, and she left with my dad, who still wasn't fucking crazy at the time, but yeah. It's been a tough road, but I can't stop doing that for other people. It would make me feel bad to know that I have the ability to do something. I have literally something that could make someone happy. I cannot hold it back. But as I've complained to Aaron before, reciprocation. It sucks in this world. But you can see how much tanner I am from my face. I'm gonna go to the store, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, and after yesterday's video with that little belly hanging out over my fucking pads near the end when I take everything off, I'm just like, it's time to go walk for 9 fucking hours on the treadmill and just burn off all my body fat, because I don't need TikTok to feel bad about my body. Ooh, yes, I getting all the taco stuff. I took some bottles back because they're kind of taking up room. I need to take the glass down. I may do that. No, because then that's going to build up extra crap in the backpack that I don't need. And that's the problem is, at least from earlier, that I don't feel that I have the right to complain about things like that, because, you know, it then continuously makes the people that do support feel like they aren't doing enough. And I don't want to make them feel that way. So I don't complain. But if I don't complain, but if I don't speak up on anything, it's a weird balance. And it'd be like bringing up all the things, you know, about football dreams and trying to get going forward with things. You know, sometimes I have social paralysis, and I do not ask necessarily the things that are involved for me to do. People tend to realize that I have or they assume that I have all my shit together, and so they're like, whatever, he's done it. He already knows. He's done all this thing perfectly. And I'm sitting over here absolutely like mentally paralyzed, asking for help, and people are like, nah, he's already taken care of it. He's exhausted all possibilities, and that's why he's paralyzed. Sort of thing. And it's sort of like, why are you seeking out advice from 15-year-olds? Like, because a 15-year-old in DMs hasn't been soiled on the fact that, you know, things, you know, people are like, I don't know what I can do to help. Like in a tweet, I wish I could help more. You could talk, you could help get this knot out of my brain. That's what Aaron does. He gives up after I get into circular logic. He doesn't just keep trying to unknot it. He just says, oh, well, you're just going in a circle now. And I'm like, yes, that's why my brain's doing this, because it's in a circle and I can't escape. Can we unravel this? We're just thinking in circles. And then he gets frustrated at himself because he doesn't have a solution. And then I get frustrated that he's frustrated. And I don't have anyone to talk this out to because nobody sticks out unraveling the thing. So I gotta pay for therapy. Because, yeah. I've recently just cleaned myself up from being ichified. Anyways, I have no uckum on today, so hopefully a little bit more browning will happen to get rid of that. You know, football practice and everything in the. But anyways, to add on to what I was saying earlier, is that much like I don't know how to code, I don't really understand a lot of Aaron's work problems. But that doesn't stop me from attempting to help him. Rather than just be like, so I'm having your trouble at work. I don't know your job. I don't know how to help you. I wish I could. I listen and I learn from him consistently by talking to him what he's like. Because, as I would hope most people do, they learn by pattern recognition. It's, you do the same thing happens, you're around the same person, you get on the same wavelength. And that people who would talk to me, and this is why I say from time to time in a screaming fit, Aaron doesn't understand me. It's been like 13 years, and he still doesn't know little things that I do that I've been doing my entire life. Even before him, he's not recognized them. He wants to help, but he has a very hands-off approach on things, unless he has directed ideas as to what to do. And sometimes I can't tell him to do that. Because there are very direct things he can do that I haven't thought of, but because I haven't told him what they are, he doesn't do them. Because he doesn't know what I don't know. Because he gives me sometimes more credit than I'm due. I am very capable in terms of a lot of autistic people with social anxiety, but I am not perfect. And he puts me at a higher level than I am because I am not at the level everyone expects. Does that make sense? Like, there's a stereotype, and I'm better than that, and he puts me better than that. So when I am not reaching his level, he just assumes that I'm doing it and not telling him because I'm a very secret person. We're getting a little thing here. I need to get back to focused breathing. Now, got that. We're going for 40, and I'm up to that. It's I don't know. Here, comparison. Yeah, because like 5 kilometers per hour is something else is like that you're literally your 5K in an hour. That's average walking speed. most people can walk about 5'5" to 5'8". They walk a 5K, whatever. I'm pushing it 6.3, and that's the conversion to miles per hour. Grandma's on the hamstring thing, but I can always stretch that on the counters, so I'm gonna do some workout on this stuff. I'm so unbelievably sweaty. Which is a good thing. But all right. I will see you guys tomorrow.